Now when I first got this car, I said that I was either going to do a Whipple 2.3 or a ported Eaton. Well, today is the day where everyone gets to find out what exactly is now under the hood. Also, if you're new to the channel, a sub would be greatly appreciated. The sub button and the like button are down below. Thank you. Now, I said before when I first bought this Cobra that I wasn't going to make the same mistakes as I did with the last one. With that one, I was chasing bigger numbers, going more into a deeper build. Probably was going to end up doing internal engine work to it, probably cams, stuff like that. I never did do that stuff, but I was headed down that path. With this one, I wanted to keep it much more simpler, more of what you see with a lot of Cobra builds. But I wanted more than just a pulleyed Eaton. I wanted something a little bit more, something north of within the 500 range. So I decided that I was either going to do a ported Eaton or a Whipple 2.3. So I came to that decision, but even after I made that decision, I was still wavering back and forth on exactly which one did I really want to do. So I'm just going to show you guys exactly what's under the hood now. So as you can see, I decided to do the Whipple 2.3. I was really back and forth on what I really wanted to do. I had bought the Whipple early on. I mentioned in another video that I almost didn't buy this Cobra, and I haven't done that video yet, but it will be recorded and put out soon. But at the other Cobra I was looking at, I actually bought this Whipple for that car. And then I ended up buying this one, and it had a ported Eaton on it. And there's more I have to say about the ported Eaton on this car, but that's going to be for the next video. I have kind of not really an install video, but kind of a lot of pictures, some of the stuff I did beforehand, taking stuff apart on the car to prepare for putting the Whipple on. I didn't record the install because I had a couple good friends come over to were tremendous help in helping me do this in one day, and I didn't want the camera in everyone's face all day. I didn't want my camera equipment in the way. We started at like, I want to say around 9 o'clock in the morning, and the car was buttoned up by 3 o'clock that afternoon, and there was still things I had to finish up. The day that I'm recording this, the first drive I took with the car, I took it out, and I'll start the car up too so you guys can hear it with a Whipple on it. It does have a startup tune. It's got 60-pound injectors now and an SCT BA 2600 mass air meter. And the tune that was in the car before, it was with the stock 39-pound injectors and the stock mass air meter. So it wouldn't have worked because we put the 60-pound injectors in it with a Whipple, because it wouldn't have made sense to wait to do it later on, like to be able to drive it down to the dyno without a startup tune or anything like that. As far as why I went with a Whipple 2.3 over the ported Eaton, it pretty much came down to if the blower was going to come off, because I was told the Eaton that was on the car, it's sitting on my bench over there. It will be in the next video that you guys see when I talk more about the ported Eaton on this thing. I realized that it probably wasn't a full pour job the way that I wanted it. So I was going to end up pulling the blower off anyway to probably get a really, like a stage 7 pour done with Stegmeyer or sending off the Joker's Performance or something like that. A port job on Eaton is around, depending on what else you're doing, if you want to do a rebuild on top, looking anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500. And it's still going to put you like around the 520, 530 range, something around there. I was able to buy this Whipple during the winter sale where it was $600 off. So it was $3,200 versus $1,500 for the Eaton, and you just get so much better performance out of a more efficient blower than the Eaton. And I know I did a video a long time ago with the red Terminator that I had of why I chose VMP over Whipple, and now I have a Whipple on here. There was reasons why I didn't go with the VMP this time. I didn't want to go big blower Gen 3R. If I could have snagged a Whipple, if I could have snagged a VMP 2.3, I would have done that. But you just can't get them. They don't come up for sale very often. I didn't want to spend months hunting for one, and when I hopefully at one point was able to find one, they're really, really pricey. You're paying almost the same cost as a brand new Whipple 2.3. And even though I put a VMP on the last Terminator, I'm not like all die-hard VMP, Whipple sucks, blah, blah, blah. I gave props to Whipple in that video where I did the VMP video for why I bought it over Whipple. And I don't have any, nothing bad to say about Whipple other than the non-removable elbow, which is absolutely retarded and stupid for why they wouldn't do a removable elbow on that. It just makes it so much easier. Ford did it and VMP did it. Why Whipple has never adopted that, I don't know. It's asinine. But I didn't want to go with a bigger Whipple 2.9. When I ordered this, the guy on the phone asked, "You sure you don't want a 2.9?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm sure. I just want a 2.3. I want high 500s, low 600s, really solid street car number for power on this car. That's all I really want with it. I don't want to go down that path of trying to chase big numbers and big power again. I just want something that's fun to drive on the street and is not going to give me headaches and problems. This car already has a fuel pumps in it from the previous owner. It's got 60-pound injectors now, and it should be set up well for this 2.3. I don't want to do a return of fuel system. I know a lot of people will say you probably should do a return of fuel system even with this setup, but I don't want to do one. I just want to keep the fuel system the way that it is, and these cars can be tuned with this blower on here with the right injectors, the right mass air, and the right pumps, and they will run fine and you won't have any issues. And that's where I am with the car right now. So what do you guys think? Were you hoping this was going to get a Whipple 2.3, or were you hoping it was just going to be the ported Eaton that I decided to go down? There's no wrong answer either way. It's really what you want to do with the car. And I think for the power level that I want, either one would be sufficient. I just decided to go with the Whipple 2.3, and like I said earlier, I wasn't even when I bought the blower, I wasn't even sure I still wanted to do it. I almost sold this a couple of times. I even called the company at one point and asked if I would be able to return it, but the restocking fee was absolutely ridiculous, and I hadn't even shipped yet to begin with, and they wanted like 30% just to cancel the order. I'm like, screw that. I can sell it for what I paid for it, and someone will buy it. But I'm glad I kept it. I think it's really going to be the power level that I really want to be at. I haven't received a day for the dyno yet, but it should be fairly soon. I did email him after I test drove the car earlier, took it out, drove it around a little bit, make sure that everything was good, no leaks, no weird things going on with coolant, fuel, any of that stuff. So I should be getting a date back fairly soon, and I will record that as well. I didn't get to record my other Terminator when that was dyno tuned with the VMP, but I will go down on a day off and bring this down to get dyno tuned, so I will capture that on video. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you made it to the end and you haven't hit the like button yet, that would be great if you did. And I'll let you guys know when the dyno date is. I'll maybe do like a community post on the page or something like that. So I don't know if I probably won't reveal the numbers until I actually do the video, but I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping the first number starts with a 6. That's what I would really like to see. I think with the long tubes and the lower crank, I really shouldn't have too much trouble hitting 600. But even if it only makes 580, 590, I'm not going to be disappointed. It's still a really solid number, and I'll be happy with that. So that'll be it, everyone. A lot more stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.